Olá, tudo bem? I'm Emma from Portuguese Language Lessons. Here's a short video talking you through the modal verbs dever, poder and conseguir, which we can use to give more specific meaning to our verbs. So what's it all about? Dever has got two meanings. It can be should or ought to for giving advice or strong recommendations. So things like deve comer menos bolos, you should eat less cakes. Não deve ir para a cama tão tarde, I shouldn't go to bed so late. It can be almost obligation. You have to sometimes in the way that dever is used in this case. The second use is probably. We might use the word must in English. Deve ser o João à porta. It must be João at the door. Ela deve estar em casa a essa hora. She's probably at home at that time. Okay, so here, when we're talking about a high probability of something being true. Okay then, so then we've got poder. So this has got three meanings. It can be authorization or prohibition. Can, may, can't. Posso emprestar o teu dicionário? Pode. May I borrow your dictionary? You may. Não podemos nadar aqui hoje. Há uma bandeira vermelha. We can't swim here today. There's a red flag. Okay, so for things where if you're allowed or not allowed because of laws or things that other people tell us. We can also use poder when we've got the opportunity or the possibility to do something, like the word can. Não posso tirar férias esta semana. I can't take a holiday this week. Então não podemos ir à praia. So we can't go to the beach. Okay, so these are things that is possible. Okay, and then the last case, which is physical or mental capacity. Often when we're talking generally, to be able to things that are inherent with us. So ele pode levantar muitos quilos. He can lift many kilos. Não posso comer tanta comida. I can't eat so much food. Okay. Now this is very similar to some of the meanings below with conseguir. One note, there's an idiomatic meaning of poder with con, poder con. It can mean to manage to do something or carry something with a certain weight or carry a certain weight. Ele pode manage to lift something or carry a certain weight. Então ele pode com 10 quilos em cada mão. He is able to lift 10 kilos in each hand. Or poder com can mean to not like at all, to can't stand. Não posso com música aos berros. I can't stand really loud music. Okay, so this is idiomatic with con. Now, conseguir, which is, I think, an underused verb by students of Portuguese. Often poder is used where conseguir should be used. Conseguir is capacity because you've learned how to do something, or it's the ability on a specific occasion, like manage to. Não me consigo concentrar. I can't concentrate. Okay, it has to be consigo here. Consigo conduzir, mas não quero hoje. I'm able to drive, but I don't want to today. Okay. So here this is often needed, that you need to use conseguir for things that you can do. Also, another meaning of conseguir, to get or achieve something. A Marta conseguiu o emprego. Marta managed to get the job. Conseguiram dinheiro, they got the money. They managed to get the money. There's some occasions when we can use either poder or conseguir, and there's not very much difference in the meaning. So here we could say posso ou consigo levar os miúdos à escola hoje. So I am able to today, or I have the possibility today to take the kids to school. Posso ou consigo perceber o que a senhora diz. So I am able, in my mental capability, or consigo, I can understand, because I've learnt to understand what you, madam, are saying. Also, se não trancarem a jaula, o leão pode ou consegue escapar. So if they don't lock the cage, the lion will be able to escape. So pode, he'll have the possibility, or consegue, he will be physically able to. Okay, so sometimes either can be used. So if you get confused and you're thinking, well, I'm not sure, it could be either, well, the situation could be that both are possible. Another verb to add into with these is saber. This is for situations when you mean know how to do something. So ele sabe nadar, does he know how to swim? So in English we might say can he swim? Okay, so for these three verbs, poder, conseguir and saber, in English, if we're thinking in English, we're often using the verb can, that we've got to unpick it, to think about the different situations, to see how we can use say something correctly in Portuguese. Quick note, these are all verbs, so we conjugate them all, and we can use them in different tenses. Poder, conseguir and saber have irregular first persons, so posso, consigo and sei. And with poder and dever, if we use the imperfeito, it can be softer here, so can or could, for example, would be the shift in meaning. Pode or deve vir mais cedo, you can or you should come earlier. The difference would be to podia or devia vir mais cedo. So you could or you ought to come earlier. Okay, so it's a bit softer when you put it into the imperfeito. Here, if the meaning is still the present, obviously the imperfeito can mean the past as well. And because these are modal verbs, these are verbs that we can use with other verbs, so as usual the second verb goes into the infinitive root form ending in R. Okay then, so I hope that has helped you with these three verbs, which often have different meanings to what we would expect in English. Okay, ciao ciao!